We have some breaking news. The mother of the 5-year-old Dickson County boy murdered by his father has also been arrested.
News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy live outside the TBI headquarters with this brand new information from overnight. So Dan, we understand she's been booked into the Dickson County Jail.
That's exactly right, Amy. She's been booked on a charge of aggravated child neglect or endangerment. And while we don't yet have the specifics, we expect to learn that within the next hour or two. I can tell you that the judge has put her in jail on a $1 million bond, and that is a rather large bond for a charge like this. But the mother is behind bars this morning, 27-year-old Crystal Daniels, who you see here booked into the Dickson County Jail overnight on that brand new charge. She joins her husband in that jail, but they're not allowed to talk to each other or see each other right now. Her arrest comes 3 days after the Sheriff's Department and TBI agents charged Joseph Daniels, her husband, with the murder of their 5-year-old autistic child, Joe Clyde. The authorities say that Daniels beat his son multiple times, intentionally killing him inside the family home, then putting the body in the trunk of his car to dispose of it in a rural area. He's apparently confessed to that crime, but not offered specifics on where to find Joe Clyde, so the search for his remains continues a little later this morning. So Amy and Adam, we have a major development in the case here this morning, and while there's not any indication at this point that the mother was complicit in the murder or the cover-up, it is still interesting to note that her bond is again $1 million, which is the same as the father's bond, and he was charged with criminal homicide. So we're going to reach out to the clerk's office here in the next hour, and we'll pass along new details on NewsChannel5.com. Reporting live outside the TBI, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
And we have some breaking news out of Hermitage this morning. Police are trying to figure out how a woman crashed into a power pole overnight. Police tell us the woman was driving on Andrew Jackson Parkway about 2 this morning when she crashed into that pole near Tyler Drive. Look at how badly the car was smashed in, and after seeing that, you may be surprised to hear the woman didn't even have to go to the hospital. More breaking news right now. An elderly man is missing, and Metro Police need your help finding him. A silver alert is in effect right now for this 81-year-old. His name is Jack Linham. He was last seen yesterday, and he was wearing a black and brown jacket, blue jeans, a blue shirt, brown boots, and a baseball cap. Here's a picture on your screen right here. There's also some information right there about his car. He drives a burgundy colored 2007 Ford Escape with Tennessee tag 518HWH. Please give police a call if you see him.
We have new details this morning about what happened in the moments leading up to the murder of a Hopkinsville police officer. Kentucky State Police now say Officer Philip Meacham was off duty and in his personal car when a truck driven by James DeCoursey approached him from behind with blue lights flashing. DeCoursey turned, and then Meacham called in for another officer. And once that officer arrived, he and Meacham approached DeCoursey, who appeared to be working on his truck in a driveway. That's when DeCoursey shot Officer Meacham, killing him. DeCoursey was later shot and killed by officers when a manhunt ended in Clarksville.
New this morning, Clarksville police need your help catching a suspect they say has stolen more than $9,000 in cash and electronics. Take a good look at these pictures we have for you. Officers say during each vehicle burglary, the cars were unlocked and the drivers left their vehicles unoccupied in the Tiny Town Road and Fort Campbell Boulevard area. If you have any idea who that guy is, please call police.
A Tennessee college student arrested in connection to a frat house arson. The TBI says Philip Roper, a University of the South student, intentionally set a fire inside the Alpha Tau Omega house on the Sewanee campus. Roper was arrested on Monday and booked into the Franklin County Jail on a $7,500 bond.
Fire deaths are up in Tennessee, and officials are already seeing a sharp increase. And we're only 4 months into 2018. In this time span last year, 32 people have been killed in fire statewide, but this year, officials have reported 52 deaths so far.
And we are urging Tennesseans to take fire safety safely going forward for the rest of this year. And how can they do that? Working smoke alarms, having an escape plan, and closing the door if they are in a fire. Those are your 3 best options if your home is on fire and you are trying to escape.
The state fire marshal's office released those new numbers while giving an update on a deadly fire that broke out at a Nashville recovery home back in February. 3 people died in that, and officials say the home had no working smoke detectors inside. If you need a smoke detector, it's easy for you to do. All you have to do is reach out to your local fire department. And remember, you need to check those batteries in the device twice a year and install them on every single level of your home, including your basement. New information this morning into a deadly crash in southern Kentucky. Cadiz police say it happened around 4:30 yesterday afternoon on US 68 near mile marker 26. Investigators say Erica Nakara she was driving westbound when Virgil Litweiler pulled out in front of her and she failed to slow down. Now, she was taken to the hospital where she died, and both of them were wearing their seatbelts at the time of the crash.
Well, we've all heard it. Move over and slow down in work zones, but some drivers just don't do it. And as part of National Work Zone Awareness Week, TDOT is encouraging people to put on the brakes to save lives. They've set up construction barrels in the median along I-65 and I-40 in downtown Nashville. There are 112 barrels to honor the TDOT workers killed in the line of duty since 1948.
It's now up to the Senate to decide whether Tennesseans can buy wine or liquor on Sundays. The House approved that bill last night, but not without some biblical references arguing against that measure. Representative Andy Holt reminded lawmakers to, quote, remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. Well, local ministry working with the men of Nashville is hosting a breakfast a little later this morning.
And the Men of Valor Prison Ministry's annual breakfast kicks off this morning, and it's underway right now. They expect their largest crowd ever. About 1,000 people are going to attend the event at the Music City Center downtown. Gubernatorial candidate Bill Lee is expected to speak, and Grammy Award-winning Christian artist Zach Williams will perform. All right, and take me out to the ball game. It is opening day here in Nashville.
And we are so excited about it. News Channel 5's Blake Rosnowski is live outside First Tennessee Park. Blake, what can baseball fans expect from tonight's big game?
Well, Amy and Adam, the sun is up and it is shaping up to be an absolutely beautiful day for a Nashville Sounds home opener. And the Sounds have an entire list of events for this evening to kick off the 2018 season. First Tennessee Park opens up at 5 tonight with a performance from singer Shawn Rivers. First pitch is at 6:35. In the 5th inning, the Sounds will unveil a new Country Legends racer to take on Reba, Johnny Cash, and George Jones in the Country Legends race. Stick around after the game for this year's first post-game fireworks show. You'll want to make sure you come out extra early, earlier than you have in past years, because they will be implementing new security measures when you come into the park this year, so you won't want to miss anything. So make sure you do arrive early. If you can't make it out tonight, the Sounds have games every day and through next Monday, so you'll have plenty of time to come out and check out a game. Live at First Tennessee Park, Blake Rosnowski, News Channel 5.